Ladies and gentlemen, the artificial intelligence revolution is already here. Everyone accepts that. But which are the industries and which are the counters that potentially will be disrupted by it? I think there are very few literature on it. Today, I will attempt to capture some of this. And I think it's very important that we have our both eyes wide open to know that these are the places that we should avoid and run away as fast as we can. Let's watch on, shall we? So in this presentation, I will cover the industries and counters that are largely at risk from the AI revolution. And I'll take a chapter from the internet disruption that happened 20 over years ago and now bring it forward and apply it to this disruption and so that we can radar what's coming ahead. So as usual, this content is for education and entertainment, not financial advice. Remember, hit subscribe for more updates and let's go. So what is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is right now the software that use learning patterns from huge data to predict outcomes, generate creative content, and take autonomous, independent action with a guide of instructions. So the technology has reached right now inflection point, previously not possible because of number one, very high computational power. Number two, a lot lower cost and compared to the past, and the architecture in the computing space have now reached a level where it is now possible. So we shall now examine which are the industries that are potentially going to be hit. First of all, how it will hit these industries is mostly classified by the following categories. Number one is that it will automate tasks that are previously very manual, very laborious, and it is potentially at a fraction of what the human cost would be. So things like call centers, things like help desk, secretaries, and things like that. Middlemen are going to be disintermediate as well. So a lot of times the middlemen are able to take a profit from the process because they probably have more information as compared to the other parties. But today, right now, artificial intelligence can eliminate all these intermediaries and let this value chain right now connect from suppliers all the way to customers. Creativity in the past is highly valued. Designers and artists and all these are valued quite high. But today, okay, this creativity is now also commoditized. And productivity and platforms and all this will now become something that is so easy at a snap of a finger, where in the past it is something that there is a lot of value and cost being associated with. So let's learn from the internet era, shall we? So, for example, in the past, we have got encyclopedia, right? When I was born, there's such a thing called encyclopedia, and I think up to before Google has evolved, encyclopedia is also one of the most highly valued companies with very high margins. The minute Wikipedia, Google came about, the entire industry is completely gone, right? I think there's Britannica, there's World Book, and all this completely disrupted. The company just went down the drain. Now, another one that you're more familiar is probably film. Kodak film, Fuji film, with digital photography coming out. All these have gone down to zero as well, right? So right now, I think there's hardly any business in this area anymore. The other one is GPS. We have got companies that seems to be doing well in the past. Guess what? GPS used to have to pay machines for it, and then right now smartphones have free GPS in it. Nobody pays for it anymore. It's totally disrupted. This is now going to happen and happening into the internet space. Okay, let's take a look at Kodak and digital photography. So before disruption, Kodak actually dominated the film production industry, and arguably only Fujifilm is their close competitor. And the company's innovations pace was deliberately slow to protect the profitable film business. Then suddenly digital cameras evolved and the film industry just completely go kaput. And they were the one that surprisingly first invented the digital camera, but they didn't pivot. So Kodak filed for bankruptcy in 2012 and reduced into a niche imaging company. So the company value was highest at $31 billion, right? And right now has just fallen right now straight. The other one is Encyclopedia Britannica versus Wikipedia. Britannica used to sell thousands of dollars for each set of their encyclopedia, and they have a very rigorous set of getting this information. Many of my friends, when I was young, they have got Britannica. I was too poor to have Britannica, and these were easily one to over $1,000. And ever since Wikipedia was launched in 2001, offering free crowdsourced content, and Google came about. Britannica was dead. So they ended print production in 2012 after 244 years. The company pivoted to a smaller scale subscription digital model with dramatically reduced presence. So it is also important to note that many of the current SEO driven publishers, content farms, is going to face similar displacement. A lot of the content producers right now, your content is going to be disrupted as well. So all they need is now AI ask the question, and there's no need to jump to all these websites. So third-party websites are potentially going to be hit. Why investors care now is because the market already started pricing the AI risk. There is a list from Bank of America called the AI at risk. It's a basket of counters, has underperformed broader market by approximately 22% since May 2025. Investors are actively rotating away from business models that are threatened by artificial intelligence. And it is very important to note that all these things are already happening now, not will or will not, but is happening now. So what are the top stocks that are impacted by the AI disruption in 2025? I'll share with you some of these counters. And by the way, all this information is generated also but with the help of AI. So these are the counters that are being generated. And look at this. This represents the amount of year-to-date declines in percentages of their stock counters. And these are stock counters, and we'll run through some of them counter by counter. So these are the disruptions. So Shutterstock offer a lot of photos for a fee. Their year-to-date performance is down 31%. Today, you just ask AI to generate a photo for you. There's no need to use Shutterstock to get any more photos. Wix.com, that make website. Today, with the help of AI, you just generate the whole website in a matter of minutes. Right? Why do you need to pay Wix? Adobe is going down as well. It's a creative tool. Manpower Group that helps staffing. Robert Half, entry-level staffing role. Trade Desk, which is a programmatic advertising model, is also down. Gartner is a very big research firm that gives you very interesting research analysis and all this. It's also gone. Look at their performance, right? And this is just the start. Okay, this is just the start. So if I were to sum up, okay, broad categories, those in the creative space, gone, right? Gone. Artificial intelligence will just make your creative director almost free right now. Then ad tech is one that is going to be badly hit as well, because AI driven advertising platforms will be much easier. And research, any form of research, consultants and all this, I think is going to be hit very badly. I would think that the Bain, the McKinsey of the world, Gartner, I think that they'll be gone. So any form of stock content will be hit. Design tools will be hit. And there are some regional example of some content providers will be hit as well. So any of these companies who fail to pivot from selling creative asset will certainly be hit. A lot of website builders and low-end development, including software development, all these are going to be hit in a massive way as well. Any companies that deal with staffing and recruitment, tomorrow, all these will be hit in a very bad way. For example, right now, resume screening, right? Very easy, ta ta ta. The AI can analyze thousands of resume for you and create job description. There are companies that actually does that. Tomorrow, ta ta ta, all gone. So candidate sourcing, interview preparation, all these, all these are gone. There are so many companies in this space. If you can look at this, okay, they are all potentially going to be hit, not just in US, but also in Singapore and Malaysia as well. Data centers, business process outsourcing, all these are going to face a major AI disruption. A lot of companies in India is going to get into trouble. A lot of companies in Philippines and even in Malaysia, which allow BPO, I think they're going to be hit. And these are some of the names and counters that are going to be hit. Translation services, if companies are still relying on translation services, I think the days are over. Today, I don't even need to use an app for translation. I just use AI and just help me translate, and I can talk to Koreans, I can talk to Japanese, I can talk to Italians. It's a breeze. And any form of tuition, educational app whatsoever, all this. Tomorrow, just ask AI, teach me about this topic. Teach me in the simplest way that a 10-year-old can understand. Teach me in a way that a 50-year-old can understand. Teach me in a way with this slant. It can all provide this, right? So AI is going to disrupt the education space as well. IT outsourcing is potentially going to be disrupted as well. Companies, big companies like Accenture, Infosys, Wipro, and so on, and maybe even NCS, okay, and so on. Some of these companies, they're going to have a lot of IT services outsourcing. I think they are under threat right now. Now, even legal, accounting, back-end officers, all this tomorrow, I think it's going to be hit. Today, I have a legal question. Okay, I just asked ChatGPT, assess the legal risk for me, help me craft a legal letter, help me prepare a stance, and so on. In the past, we have to ask a lawyer to draft everything for us. In accounting space, bookkeeping, finance space, all this done in a flash. Back-end office preparation, invoice, report generation, all this easy, right? All these are now done by AI at a breeze. There are a lot more counters at risk. I'll just highlight some of these counters. Some of these are actually in Singapore and Malaysia, by the way. Okay, I will not read through everything, but the high risk will be these that are classified as red, and then orange and green as well. I think we kind of know where the risks are right now. Now the question is it all doom and gloom for this company? Well, may not be. If this company were to quickly adopt AI instead of like Kodak, okay, just slow down the death of their company, try to resist, try to hide and things like that. This is a entire tsunami of technology disruption. You can't change it, right? You can't change it. And I've seen this happen again and again and again in many companies. They just bury their head into the soil like an ostrich, right? So I'll just say this: companies need to adopt AI very quickly and pivot or be left behind. So for investors, what is the key takeaway? Well, I would take the position, run for my life away from these counters, away from these industries that are at risk. And I would actually pile up more on companies that will ride this wave. And by putting money into S&P 500 and NASDAQ and globally diversified index, which have a heavy technology footprint, I'm already riding the wave. I don't think that an average investor, can stock pick well, okay, and beat the trend. So I prefer not to do that. And I think that technology disruption and trend disruption is very impossible to beat. And for those people who still think that artificial intelligence is a fad, really got to get their head checked out. Okay, this is here right now. We need to level ourselves up to the artificial intelligence threat and as fast as we can. Okay, so I'll be talking more about artificial intelligence and their impact and educate as many people as possible. And by the way, this entire analysis was generated with the help of artificial intelligence in a matter of minutes. If I were to do this analysis, it would take me at least a few days, right? So thank you for watching, and I'll see you tonight for a live stream. Bye-bye.